Hi everyone, welcome to my very first real YouTube video. Today I'm going to talk about why I never follow through with posting videos on YouTube or to start a proper channel. I have had all of these fears. You won't believe I've been on YouTube since 2016. I have watched people grow on YouTube. I have watched people be able to reach a lot of other people on YouTube and be able to impact people. But I couldn't for some of the reasons I'm going to talk about in this video. And hopefully I'll be able to inspire someone to pick up their phone or some sort of camera around them and record their message and put it out there without feeling like, oh, okay, who's going to watch, how do I come across, and so on and so forth. One of the, in no particular order, I'm going to go this way. One of the reasons why I didn't start a YouTube video or post YouTube videos before now is because I couldn't arrive at a niche. You know how you go through YouTube and there's always this saying about, oh, okay, if you want to start a YouTube video, you have to have a niche, you have to start in this, you have to keep your channel to this area and so forth. I just couldn't arrive at a niche because I have multiple passions. I love luxury. I have many interests. I love travel, perfume, fine wine, fine dining, and so many other interests. And then my core interest really these days is personal growth and development and entrepreneurship, growing your business, and all of that. I didn't even have a real message in that area before. So I couldn't start. I didn't start the YouTube channel the way I would have liked to start it. So I'm trying to make an attempt now. And the real reason for my starting, let's say, is to see if I can put a message out there and hopefully just influence one person, especially one woman, to pick herself up and find a way to improve her lot, regardless of where she's at this point, to find a way to do better and to improve her life. One of my favorite sayings in life, I think it was Maya Angelou who said it: when you know better, do better. That has become some kind of rule that I live by, and I'm hoping someone who has found herself or himself in a not so pleasant situation will find the courage to change the cards that life has dealt them and figure out a way to improve their lives. I'm going to continue. Every now and then, I'm going to look at my points that I have here. I am new to this. Hopefully, I'm going to get better at it. So, having gone through a life where I am above 50, I have done a number of things. I have worked in the bank. I have started a few businesses, here and there. I have been a stay-at-home mom. I raised two wonderful children. I have a few things to say now. So I'm just going to say at this point, I have found the courage to live on my own terms. I have forgiven myself, my past mistakes. I've taken my life back in my hands, and I'm just going to keep improving as I go along. And like I just said about my favorite saying, I'll keep doing better as I know better. So the next thing that held me back was no one will watch. This is because, again, I felt like I didn't really have a message. My channel couldn't just be about luxury living or travel. I didn't even have that. After my banking days were over, I have been mostly at home, uh, doing one or two things here and there, but mostly raising my two sons, who, by the way, are young adults now and are doing very well. Now I have a real business going on 5 years. It's growing, and I haven't even explored many aspects of it yet. It's doing very well already. Now I feel like I have something to say. Now I feel like I have something to teach someone, because now I know, apart from my experience from being in banking operations back in the day, now I feel like I have enough personal experience, and I know a few things about the basic principles of starting and growing a business, and I can teach one or two things about it. Along the line, I would just keep sharing what I am learning, and what I get to find out. As I improve, I'll put out what I have learned out there, and hopefully someone will pick up something from it. So the third reason I didn't start a YouTube channel before now is now, about appearance and age. Once when I was 40, someone was upset about something I did, and then the person called me an old hag. You know the funny thing? This individual is also above 40 now. And I'm wondering what she thinks of herself. The thing about aging is your core, your real essence really just remains the same. The person that you are, it's just your covering, the outer, the body that begins to age. And if you try to look after yourself, if you try to exercise and try to eat well, you are going to age well if you are lucky. And growing old, I found it's a blessing. It's a big flex. You know how many people, I'm 53, you know how many people would give anything to have gotten to 50? So I'm thankful. I have overcome that feeling of, oh, okay, who's going to listen to you, you know? And then the truth is, back in the day, that 2016, there weren't many people my age on YouTube. I found a number of people, this last couple of years on YouTube. And it kind of got me thinking, okay, didn't you say you were too old to be on YouTube? Look at Matthew Ashimolo. Look at now Bishop Funke Felix Adejumo. They are on YouTube. They're sharing their message. They're encouraging people. You have something to say. So have the courage to get on YouTube. And then recently, thankfully, the algorithm brought me Dr. Charles Apoki. He says his name in this very funny and nice way. He says, I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. You don't want to know. I binge watched a lot of his videos after work. And he would record from his farm, he would record from his wife's bedroom, he would record from inside his car. And he didn't care. He didn't even have any equipment, like fancy equipment or gear or whatever, to do. And then one day I heard him say in one of his videos that he still doesn't even know how to edit videos. So I'm not going to be editing this one. I don't know how to edit yet. I don't know how to edit. In fact, it was my son who helped me set up this camera. And now that he did, I know how to set up the camera on a tripod. So I'm going to keep going. The issue is just take the message. Just take the message and have the courage to go for whatever you've been thinking of doing, and leave the age thing out and all. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about my appearance. See, I have never liked my teeth. You know what the diastema, they call it, what we call in Nigerian parlance, the gap tooth. I have never liked my teeth. I don't smile in photos. I got it from my mother. My mother got it from her mother. Well, uh, I don't know where my grandmother got it or who had it before her. So, and then I have a sibling. One of my siblings has the same teeth. It's on my bucket list to repair it, at the dentist down the road. But I'll get to that bridge at some point, I guess. So that's about that. Here, in spite of my appearance. In fact, once when I was 11 years old, yeah, about 11, I was in Form 1. And yeah, then it was Form 1, not just one like we have it, in Nigeria now. And I had this daughter of my dad's cousin. She was in school at GGSS Alide, and her dad spoke to my dad. Oh, okay, you have your daughter coming up. She's 10 now. She's going to go to secondary school. My daughter is at GGSS Alide. It's a nice place for her to enroll. And also, that's how I got to Form 1 at GGSS Alide. This, my dad's cousin's daughter, who I think in Nigeria, I think we call it, that would be my second cousin also. She went to where my family was residing at the time for some reason. I don't even know how or what she went to do in that town at the time. And she saw my younger sibling, who is fair-skinned, by the way, and that's the person who has the same teeth at me, and she's fair-skinned. And then she came back to the hostel and told everybody, you need to see her sister. You need to see Frida's sister. She's fair and so beautiful. I don't know why Frida is just here. She's just this dark, and she doesn't even look half as nice as her sister and everything. It's stuck. It's stuck. But my dad, of blessed memory, he loved me. He liked me. That same 11th birthday of mine during the holidays, he took me to Leonard's in Makodi and bought me a nice pair of shoes. I think that's the first time I was getting a pair of fairly high heels. These shoes trending then, I think they call them basket shoes or something like that. And then he took me to a studio, to take a photo. I have the photo to this day. My dad's been gone since about 35 years back. I think I was about 17 or so when he passed. But I remember him. I remember him all the time. I remember the acceptance. I remember malaria nights. When he would stay up to make sure, then now, the chloroquine, this younger generation, you guys don't know what God did for you. You don't know chloroquine. Those chloroquine treated malaria nights were horrible. But my dad was always there. He was the one who took you to the hospital. He was the one who took you to school and so on. Even in death, even so many years later, I tried to be for my two sons what my dad was. My dad introduced me to Your Health and You, volume 1, 2, 3, and so all these big, huge volumes I was reading then about, Your Health and You and so on. Then, thank you. We called him Papa then. Thank you. Thank you for loving me the way you did. So, talking about people, I have, and how people react to you and everything, I have been told I am ugly. on 4 separate occasions in my life. That one time when I was about 11, then 3 times as an adult. And those opinions of people kind of stuck. But every time they sting, I remember my dad. I remember being out with someone one night, and then someone was sitting there who was a friend to this person I went out with, and the person said, "She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Look at her dark skin. She's beautiful." So as time went on, as I grew older, I learned to accept myself. But in the back of my mind, there's just always this feeling like, oh, okay, someone is going to be out there thinking you're ugly. And just for the mention, some of the other people who said I was ugly kind of found my information and sent me messages anonymous. I don't know if they had the eye for my husband or something. They sent me those messages anonymously saying they didn't even know what he saw in me and so forth. But now I don't care. If you don't like me, I like myself. So that's your thing. Here am I, working on the life that I desire and building my life, and not focusing on what someone would perceive as some sort of setback or deficiency. So if you're out there and you're feeling like, I don't have what they call pretty privilege, so I'm not going to start whatever I need to do and everything. Pick yourself up. If you are very beautiful, some people are going to say you did plastic surgery. If you are not beautiful, they're going to call you. People are just going to say. So do whatever you have to do and keep going. Now, my next point is the monetization factor. Everyone on YouTube wants a successful channel that is lucrative. I thought about how long it was going to take to get to the point where I make a dime on YouTube and so on. But I decided, heck, just get on with it. And then, okay, now I was encouraged by something I did. I posted a clip, saying something about how my food business has shifted into full-blown hospitality. And I posted a small clip on Instagram and on Facebook. And then I got my classmate from back in the day. And her name is Grace. And a few other people I know way back. They sent me messages saying, "Oh, we're inspired, and we'll get to do what we need to do," and so on and so forth. So that by itself is enough for me to say, "Oh, put your message out there regardless, and just do what you have to do. Just say what you need to say. Put out your message. Someone somewhere is going to be inspired to pick themselves up, dust themselves up, and fight for their very lives." So I am thankful to Dr. Apoki. Dr. Apoki, should you ever come across this message, I am saying thank you. I think he has a mission also to encourage at least 1 million Nigerians to build wealth and improve their lives or something. Dr. Apoki, you may not know to what extent yet, but you are making impact. I have to go to work. It's a Sunday, but I'm going to work today. And like Dr. Apoki, I don't have any fancy gear or any fancy equipment yet. I don't know how to edit videos yet. So I'm going to post this video just the way it is. Remove your eyes from the messenger and take the message. And like I said, I'm just going to keep talking about how I'm growing my business, what I'm learning along the way. I'm going to put it out there for people to learn. And should I come across a fine bottle of whiskey and it tastes nice, I'll post it. If I go somewhere nice, like Dunes at Metama, where I eat my favorite salad, the chef salad, if I'm able to find some way to vlog or to post it, I'm going to put out there. Just my interest. And I love Buba. I'm wearing a nice orange one today. I don't know how it looks on the screen. I am Nigerian, proudly so. I'm reaching you from Abuja. And I encourage every woman out there, every man, to dig deep inside, take their eyes away from all of the issues that hold them back, and find the courage to build the life that you desire. And you just never know. There's something called providence. As you have the courage, or as you get the courage to put one foot forward, you will find that opportunities and different things will open up right before you, and you're going to do better. By the way, I talk about this surgery I had at 48, and it's a partial thyroidectomy. If you notice, there's a bit of an irregularity around the base of my neck here. The scar is barely visible now and all. It was some kind of wake-up call for me when I recovered, and I just got the courage to start my food business, learn to bake, and so on. And I have this thriving business now, and I'm so grateful for how the business is doing. In the course of time, I'm going to talk about different aspects of the business, how to deal with staff, how to hire people, how to find funding for the business, and so on. I started with just one staff in my house at the time. So if you're interested to get to know these things, or to learn as I learn along, subscribe. Just subscribe. I'll come up here or out here and put out a video when I can. When I learn something, I'll put it out so we can all learn together and we can all encourage each other. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe so we can keep encouraging each other. Thank you. Thank you for watching.